Hello, this is me narrating uh 32914's game using looks like a truth deck or Ross's deck. Pretty much uses strategy of using Vileplume and Reuniclus. Pretty much strategies to never get knocked out. Just moving damage counters around and uses twins to set up and Sage's training. Has a pretty good start, it looks like. Pichu. I might have actually just put the Pichu up first since you have two collectors in your hand and actually no, I don't know. Yeah, I think I would have put the Clef up first. I mean the Pichu up first since I don't want that to get knocked out. In case I have to actually use it. Eek, since I already have all my basics, like pretty much. I don't want to. They don't want to gum. You don't want to give your opponent like any basic if you can avoid it. And I would end my. She's eking. I would have ended my turn here because and not eat. I would just retreated the Pichu because she had a twins in her hand. She could have just gotten a turn 2 Vileplume if he had chosen to knock out that Pichu. As you can see now, she has no twins, and if that Cleffa gets knocked out, it might not be too good. She does have another collector though, so she can get out some basics. I know she plays Donphan. Well, it's Truth EX, so I'm guessing she has Kyurem EX and Magigas and probably Mewtwo or two. And it looks like they're using a Zebstrika Eel deck. I don't know. I don't actually like that deck too much. It's pretty much an auto win against Durant, but there's I don't know. There's so many other decks out there. I don't really like that one. Saw a lot of play in the Eastern European Cup, I think, though. Did actually surprisingly well, I think. Much better than I expected. It's just Zebstrika's first attack disconnect allows their opponent to not play any trainers or from her hand or his or her hand that turn after you use disconnect. So that's pretty good. It looks like he has a Stunfisk also. I don't know why there's a Stunfisk really. Not that good of a card. Looks like you should. I'd rather I would prefer Shirakin over a Stunfisk, but maybe they don't have the cards. Who knows? Looks like she's actually kind of fortunate to draw that into that N, because after that collector, it looks like her hand is going really nowhere. She has no twins, no Sage's training, not only one energy, so pretty good. Guess she's deciding whether to grab 2 Donphan. Not. Actually, kind of do agree with the grabbing only 1 Donphan, another Solosis, because actually they do manage to catch her out. That Duosion in some one-hit KO, it's somehow like say they have a Mewtwo and a DC and a catcher that could go down, and then you would need to play 2 Solosis down to avoid the other one getting captured. So I do kind of agree with that choice over grabbing 2 Donphan. Donphan actually does look like it'd be the favorable thing for this matchup, or the favorable Pokemon to be used. Because it can't get one-hit KO by anything. Even a Zekrom EX only does 150, but Donphan has 120 HP reduced by 20 its Pokebody, so that's 140 Plus, it's also resistant to lightning, so that gives it like 160 against any lightning type Pokemon. So once you're out of there, it's blocking 140 every turn. So, or sorry, blocks 40 every turn. So yeah, Donphan is tough, really hard to KO. So nothing pretty much in this format can one-hit KO a Donphan unless the water type Pokemon. I don't think not many people tech for it anymore except like a Tornadus, but it does yeah, sends up a Phanpy. Oh, that's pretty fortunate grabbing top decking that. Is she gonna put that down? No, I guess not, because I guess actually no, I guess I would. I guess she's trying to get the Phanpy out. I know it can't really get one hit by the Zebstrika. It only does 80. You need a plus power, and thanks to that Vileplume in our hand right now, can't do that. So that Phanpy's gonna stay there unless they have some crazy like Mewtwo, Shaman, retreat, DCE kind of thing, but that's about it. And her hand still seems to be going nowhere. ZY said she should have kept her first hand with the twins to really get her this deck kind of going. But see, that Phanpy does have 60 on it. It resists 20 from lightning. Did disconnect for 80, so it only did 60 damage. Very fortunate to draw that Reuniclus from our prizes. So after that, it looks like she'll be pretty set up. Oh, a little bit of a setback there, putting in that N. It does get some energy though. And wow, okay, now she has a twins. So now that she is completely set up, at this point, it looks like she has the game pretty much, unless they have Terrakion, then could be swing the other way, maybe. A lot of people play Terrakion or tech for it, but seeing as they have Stunfisk, I don't think they put both in their deck. And just junipering off some cards and some unused trainers. And there's another Stunfisk. Very odd if it's playing Stunfisk. And there's another DCE. It's pretty good. Only now, let's see what she gets. The twins and Phanpy. Yeah, I guess that's not a bad choice. Especially if we do have Terrakion, then you can't get one hit by anything, and then I guess it'd have a Mewtwo. But still, Donphan is still even a pretty good matchup against Mewtwo because it only has one energy on it. And a lot of what's it called damage swapping was cut for time, and it's just kind of irritating because it takes forever when Pokemon Trading Card game online. It's just I wish they'd fix it, but oh well. That fix a lot of stuff, but don't want to get into that. She used that stadium to heal 20. That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good, really good card in this deck, I think. Tropical Beach is better, but they don't have that on Pokemon Trading Card Online, so I guess you have that stadium to switch it out for. Heals 20 from one of your bench Pokemon every turn. And they're going for Stunfisk. It's actually Not that bad. I guess if he'd gotten paralyzed, it could have been kind of bad because to do 100 for 2 straight turns and might get overloaded on the bench. But then again, he could have just knocked out the Solosis and the Oddish, and then put down some high HP Pokemon like a Mewtwo or a Balian or something else like that. Or actually, I didn't even see that Kirami X in her deck. I don't know if she plays it. I think most Truth decks do. Oh no, why she wouldn't? Maybe it's prized. And that's actually Regigigas. It's really, other than if you're not playing against any Terrakians, it's a really good card because, well, for this deck especially, because you can just move down damage counters and one hit KO anything in the format, like anything. Because its second attack, Raging Hammer, or whatever it's called, I'm not sure, does 50 plus 10 more for each damage counter on it. It has 180 HP, so 170 plus 50, that's 220 maximum damage it can do. And that's pretty good. And you will probably likely only need to do 200 at most. Say if they got an Eviolite and a Kirami X on the first turn. Or, yeah, like before you could set a Bioflume. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it wouldn't hit KO anything. Again, some of the damage swapping I think was cut out on this part. So, maybe not, but, well. Kind of takes forever. It's damage swapping. Switching. Twins. I don't know what you go for. Maybe a Mewtwo? Well, Cobalion DC. That's not that bad either. Because it's actually, the only reason you would put down Mewtwo is to counter other Mewtwo's, pretty much. And Cobalion is actually a pretty good counter for Mewtwo also. So, I don't really have a problem with that. It has high HP. Good damage sponge. And if you can kind of trick your opponent to using the second attack on Zebstrika, I don't know what it's called, but it does 80 damage, and this card's it's Lightning Crash, and it does 80 damage to one of their Pokemon. Say you put a special metal on it and leave it with 80 HP. You can kind of trick them into doing it, but see, Cobalion blocks 10 from a special metal, and it'll still have 10 HP left. There's that Cobalion. I guess he didn't want to play down yet. I guess so, never mind. Because she could have played down that Chansey. And then, but she can still still knock out her own Oddish and then put it down. So, draw us another special metal. Make the Cobalion extra tough if it ever just gets out. And see, you also don't want to heal off too much damage sometimes because you actually need it to knock out some of the Pokemon. Like in previous Ross's decks or Truth decks, they usually play. I don't think she plays any dragons, but that's a lot of the times what dragons are used for. You could swap, put damage on them, enough damage to knock out anything pretty much. And if she healed too much off, she wouldn't be able to knock out, say, that Stunfisk. But she has 40 on, I think, on it left. She only needs 40 damage, so. And it looks like the game's won for her right here. She does play that Kirami X, it was prized. But yeah. Game over here. Well, thanks for watching. Truth takes one team. This deck is very strong, it's just very hard to set up. Very hard. And slow. But thanks for watching.